Boxing Truth here. Here's the second prediction video for another interesting fight this weekend, and that is the heavyweight clash for the vacant WBO title. Heavyweight title between Joseph Parker and Andy Ruiz. This is going to be a good heavyweight scrap. You're going to see some real competition. Two contenders vying for a vacant strap instead of a showcase pay-per-view like where Anthony Joshua is participating against Eric Molina. This is going to be a good competitive fight between two undefeated guys. One's been pushed a little harder than the other. The other has been going through some delays in his career in Andy Ruiz, problems with his weight, stuff outside the ring, which have stalled his career overall. And he's coming in as the underdog, the B-side to this fight, as Parker is in position to become a world champion and move on to bigger and better things with a good performance this Saturday against Andy Ruiz. Now, the fight's going to be a good action fight because both guys like to stand in the pocket, throw combinations, land big shots. There's not going to be much backward steps going on here. There's not going to be any running. It's going to be a fight where both of these guys are going to take turns teeing off on each other. Now, Parker most likely is going to be fighting on the back foot most of the time, as he's going to be dealing with a bull in Andrew Ruiz. He's a come forward pressure fighter, but he's defensively responsible. Likes to move his head, likes to bob and weave, likes to punch off his bob and weaves, keep his opponent guessing what punch is incoming. And Parker, he likes to lead behind the jab, land combinations. He likes to go to the body. Offensively, Parker has a lot of good things, a lot of good tools in his arsenal. Throws good hooks, throws very good fast. He's got very good hands for a heavyweight. Throws good punches, good combinations, fast and strong, good speed. He's a good athlete, good foot speed, good hand speed, and he can really put his punches together well for a heavyweight. The problem with Joseph Parker, though, and it's a major issue, is that defensively he's trash. He's got a lot of work to do defensively, a lot of holes in his game defensively. I mean, he throws very good combinations, but the problem is he doesn't protect himself after he throws his punches. He's very vulnerable defensively. Could definitely get chinned and flattened if he continues to fight like this. Like, after throwing punches, his hands will be below his waist. After throwing jabs, he'll drop his left hand below his waist instead of putting it back up to his chin. Does the same thing with the right hand. He keeps his right hand low. So he's very susceptible to counters and very susceptible to overhand rights, hooks, and uppercuts. And he can be very, very vulnerable if you pin him against the ropes and corner him. You can land a lot of shots on him, especially uppercuts through the middle. And that's what Andrew Ruiz has to do. He has to walk Joseph Parker down, get him to the ropes, get him to the corner, and pummel him against the ropes. Ruiz, he's also a heavyweight that punches together very well. He throws very good combinations. His problem is his conditioning. After a few rounds, he can get a little gassed. He could go through spurts and rounds of not throwing his punches. He'll throw one punch at a time sometimes. When he's on, he can really throw really good combinations to the body and the head. He's defensively responsible, likes to move his head while he comes in, and he's better defensively. He keeps his chin down, keeps his chin tucked, keeps his head down, and likes to bop and weave the incoming fire and land his combinations. He's a good puncher. The problem is that he has been fighting the type of opposition compared to Joseph Parker lately. Parker has recently stepped up. He's gone 12 hard rounds with Carlos Takam. That fight was only was only a good learning experience for Joseph Parker. Parker is also not a thoroughbred. He definitely gasses and fights, gets tired as the round goes on, and the more fatigue he gets, the more defensively trash he gets, as he's just all over the place, chin all the way up in the air, backs ups in straight lines. He could really get caught and can definitely get chinned and flattened in the fight because of his defensive issues. He's got a lot of deficiencies defensively, and he's also a guy that doesn't hasn't really shown the best conditioning, but he's in a little bit better shape, has a little bit more of a gas tank compared to Andy Ruiz. But it's gonna be a good, close, competitive fight. I don't see it as a walk in the park for Parker. He's the favorite, but he's very vulnerable. He's got a lot of flaws, and he's definitely a very beatable fighter. But it's gonna be at his territory. It's on his turf. He's being pushed as the guy that's gonna be next in line to win a world title and pursue bigger and better things in the future. But I have to go with Joseph Parker by decision. It's gonna be a good, tough, competitive 12-round hard fight. Parker has a little bit more experience going 12 rounds, fighting better opposition as of late. He's been very active. It's going to be his 5th fight this year, so he's going to be very sharp. And he should be ready for this assignment. There's going to be some rough moments. He's going to get caught with shots. It's going to be big shots landed in this fight, as both guys are not hard to find. They'll be within punching range, and it should be a very good, fun heavyweight scrap. And Ruiz definitely has a shot to pull off the upset. He can definitely land his combinations and shots against a Parker who is very defensively flawed and doesn't have the best gas tank in the world. But neither does Andy Ruiz. But I got Parker in a hard-fought 12-round unanimous decision. He'll gain a vacant WBO strap and possibly fight David Haye for his first voluntary or mandatory defense if he can get past Andy Ruiz Jr. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this fight, who you got, how, why, and who you think's going to win this fight this coming Saturday between Parker and Ruiz Jr. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.